Hello everybody and welcome back to Detected Outdoors. Today I find myself up here in the woods of New Hampshire trying to get to a spot that I found during deer season that is just riddled with stonework. So the spot that I'm actually walking to today, couldn't find any history on it. I've looked at maps, read things online, and there's absolutely nothing, which leads me to believe that where I'm heading is very old. I did have a chance to talk to some local people that I am friends with that know this area a little bit, and from the stories that they've heard is that the early pioneers that came up and once settled this land actually made friends with the natives that also called this place home. So there's a chance of finding native artifacts, there's a chance of finding obviously early American artifacts, but really won't know until I get there. So I'm gonna keep on hoofing it up this trail away from the traffic down below, heading on up that way once this stone wall breaks. And once I get there, I'll give you guys a show around and we'll get right to it. So there's the break from the trail, and right off the bat, we got an old cellar hole here. Was not a very large home at one point. It might have come out a little bit from this wall here, but unfortunately, either someone's been partying here or they were digging trash. Probably, well, I can see from inside the cellar hole. Back in the olden days, either when these houses burned down, torn down, or just were no longer here, unfortunately these cellar holes became trash pits. I am actually going to be heading up that way, probably another 300-400 yards, and that's where the stonework really starts. So as we get past this big blowdown here, another one there, stonework is really starting to pick up. And if I come over here, sorry I'm out of breath, it's been a while and it's quite a hike, but anyway, see how it starts to flatten out up here? There's more stonework down there, wraps around, something going on right in front of us there. And I do know up here there are some stone piles. Now I don't know if it's field stone piles from the farmers when they were clearing or if it was native, don't know, but let me see if we can see it through the woods. We can't really see them yet, but give you an idea. Stone wall, stone wall, stone wall, stone wall goes up that way, comes down this way. This in here is kind of flattened out and squared, and you got breaks, and then it's all flat up there, and then right in here is also an old wall. So I am gonna start making my way around, and I'll see you guys at the first target up here in the woods of New Hampshire. Here's a little better vantage point. Where I last saw you guys, I was down through that thick, dark area there, and these stone walls obviously continue on up, and they actually square off right behind me, and then there's nothing beyond. So I've been poking around in here, and it's been hard to get that first target, but I tell you what, let me see if I can find it again. It might be worth it. So keep an eye on that spot. I'm gonna try to do a live dig here for you. Crap. Hold on a second. I don't want to hit it, whatever it is, because it's a higher tone. Right there. And I keep hearing something out in the woods, so I know there's a lot of bear waking up right now. So I'm going to be extra cautious today. I am carrying, just in case. So hopefully Mother Nature stays well away from me, but all right. I don't think it would have been in the clump. It seemed deep. Yeah, unfortunately, I think it's where the heck did it go? It's a lot deeper than... Nope, it actually came out in that clump right there. I think it's in that clump. You've got to be kidding me. Look at that. I kid you not, my first target up here, and I have a coin. I am not even going to cut the camera right now. That is unbelievable. Make sure I don't wipe it too hard here. What is that? Of course, start dropping things again. Unbelievable. I cannot believe my first target. Oh, it's a King George. King George II. Look at that. My absolute first target up here today. And I'm not gonna lie, I have been going through all these trees back and forth all around, and I haven't really hit anything. And that just popped out. Unfreaking believable. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. I can't really tell. I know it's a King George II, obviously, a British halfpenny, but I can't really see a date down there. It almost looks like there's one coming through. But anyway, these were minted 1727 to 1760, so it's definitely old. And what a find. My first find of the day. I haven't been out for quite some time, as you guys know. I appreciate you all for sticking around as long as you have. And what a way to start up the adventures again, huh? I'm going to put this in a safe place, and let's see what else is out there waiting for me. So unfortunately, my GoPro is acting up, and I just want to be sure that I capture footage today for you guys. And so far, it's starting off to be an epic day. I have just dug that King George copper right there. I was giving off, what was it, a 23, 24 signal. And I've worked through here, as you can see, my tracks to here. And I've got another absolutely killer tone right there. So because my GoPro is not working properly, I'm going to try to do this again for you live. And just bear with me. So let me set this down. I know it's right on the edge of that stump there. It might be a piece of brass from a shell casing, because I know they could read up just as well. So either way, I'm still happy to be out here doing what I love doing. Oh man, this isn't very easy with one hand. Is that it? It's a rock. Where the heck is it? Oh, right there. Nope. Man, I'm telling you what. There it is. What is this? This could be military. Oh my goodness. I'm going to, let me take my time in cleaning that up. I can see some gold gilting on there. And what a banging tone. And I tell you what, I'm going to stick it out in this area for quite some time. I don't know what was going on here. As you can see, the stones come to a square down there in the corner where that fallen tree is. And then they cut back there. It is flat right here, especially in this area. And then it just drops. So not sure what was going on here. Perhaps there was a campsite. I know there was some military travel through here back in the day, but again, I don't have any history on this place. I'm going to take my time with this in case it is a very important relic. So let me get it cleaned up and I'll give you a close-up. Okay, now that I've caught my breath and talked to a couple of people and did some research thanks to technology and the internet, I believe this to be a British Revolutionary War time sword buckle. From what I'm seeing online, obviously the strap would go through there. There was two of these. There'd be one on the other side. And the clasp in the middle looked like an S. That's what would hold the strap in place. And I just... For my first day out this year, actually my first real day out in a very long time after the year that I've had, I'm just absolutely tickled pink right now. I mean, British copper there, the British belt clasp here, sword belt clasp. At this point, I don't know if I can be any more surprised, so let's get to it, see what else is out here. Well, I had a good tone, but as you can see, the roots of this tree are holding whatever relic that is hostage. And unfortunately, without damaging the tree, there's no way I'm going to get that out of there. I'm assuming, by the looks of it, that's an axe head too, which is a real bummer because I would love to see what kind of an axe head that is, but you gotta respect the land, you gotta respect nature, and sometimes nature wins. So it's been a little while since I've tried to dig my last target. Obviously that axe head or whatever it was didn't want to come out of the ground, and I wasn't gonna fight nature for it. It's a great day. I mean, the finds are definitely few and far between. I've been covering a lot of ground this morning. And just getting a taste. There's so much land up here that I know for a fact I'm going to be back up here. I might be back up here next video. While I'm taking a break, I just wanted to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for sticking around. The last year has been really rough. A lot of things going on and whatnot, you know, life happens. But finally, I'm able to get back out on the adventures. I'm going to start hopefully filming quite a bit of content to share with you guys, to share the beauty of New England, the finds, the history, the sights, the sounds, and hopefully some entertainment for you wherever you are in the world. I'm just gonna relax here for a minute. I'm gonna soak it all in. I'm up here in nature, far away from people, where I like to be, and history all around me. You can't beat this. Okay, so I don't know if I'm going to get to all the land that I really wanted to get to today, but I'm not complaining at all. I'm still working this side. I've come away from the stone wall now and, you know, slowly working my way down that way. And let me see if I can show you. See the depression right there? You got the leaves right in front of you. And then right behind it, there's a depression. I don't know what that was for. Perhaps there really was something going on here. People were living here at one point. Maybe it was a cabin site, but I just dug somewhat of an iffy tone, and I have it right there in the plug. So I think it's obviously a piece of iron or something. It's a button. You can see the shank right there. What an absolutely wonderful day so far. If that was part of a two-piece, that might be a military button. Let me rescan the hole here and I'll get right back to you. All right, so I've gone ahead and filled in the hole. There was nothing left in there. I'm pretty confident that's part of a two-piece button. Obviously the front with whatever was on it is missing. I was hoping it was in there, and I was hoping maybe it was military, obviously, but I'm pretty confident that's just part of a two-piece button with the shank right there. You guys haven't seen me have a day like this in a very long time. Yeah. Where is it? Look at that. Look at the size of that shank on that button. That's a heavy button too. Is there any design on it? That's the question. I don't want to, can't tell if it's lead or not, but wow, there's absolutely a design on there. I am not an expert on buttons. I'm not an expert on relics by any means. Merely do this for a hobby, but I do know that is an old button. That's lead. That's 100% lead. If that's lead, that is super, super old. And it looks like it was, yeah, molded or cast or whatever they call it. See the lines there? Shank was part of it and everything. And I'm not sure what the design is on the front, but hopefully I'm putting an ID on the screen for you right now if there is any. Could be just decorative, who knows. Unbelievable day so far, and I'm still going at it strong, so I'll put this away with the other incredible things that I found today and see what's next. Okay, I'm sorry to keep cutting into the fun here, but I want to show you what I'm looking at and things that I'm really paying attention to now that I'm spending some more time here in this one little location. And again, I haven't even come close to touching anything that I've seen during hunting season back in November. So yeah, you guys just have to look at this. Check this out. So up there is where I've been spending most of my time, where you guys have seen the relics. The lead pewter button just came from right there. I believe it's lead pewter, it looks like it. Came from right there, and I stepped down here and I noticed, I know it's hard to tell in video, there's like a little depression there and whatnot. And the more I'm looking into it, there's stones. There's some stone there, and there's a bunch of them. See them all right here? There. And I don't believe it's natural, because I think I just actually stumbled upon another old cellar hole. So you have this squared off, that squared off. There's a lip right there. You guys can see that there. And then it cuts back here and it comes right back down this way. Nice big square indentation and chimney stack right in the middle. I would assume that's a chimney stack. I may or may not dig in there, see if I pull up any bricks. I don't think this place would have had bricks. I definitely believe there was a home site here, 100%. And you can tell that those rocks are stacked and they go down deep into the ground. So let me see if I can lower it, see the depression. And then right here is your chimney stack, or where the chimney would be. So it would be a center mass chimney, you know, to heat probably a 1 floor house, possibly 2 floors. I would assume the size of this, it was only 1 floor. So, and there's some more stacked stone underneath the leaves there. So very, very, very cool to find these places. You never know in New England where you're going to stumble across any of this. That's why it's important to, if you're interested in this kind of stuff, have a good detector, have a good shovel, good pair of boots, and prepare for the day. I have water, I have first aid supplies, I have all of that stuff just in case. I'm out here quite a ways from everybody, all alone, and you never know. You want to plan for the worst, hope it never happens, but you got to plan for the worst just in case. So I'm going to spend some more time. I'm going to poke around with this new cellar hole. Perhaps there's more relics waiting for me. Time will tell, and so won't the metal detector. So I'm not going to lie, since the last time I saw you, I kind of got circled around. I don't know. I really don't know which way I came in or which way I need to go out or where that home site was or anything like that. Once I get back on the main trail, I'll figure that out. But I think it doesn't really matter because I'm still pulling stuff up. I may have a small coin that I just popped out of the ground. It was very, very faint, and I was thinking it was going to be a little bit deeper than that. Right there. That's round. Now, if it's a coin, that would be absolutely fantastic. Now I can feel the shank on the back. I'm going to be very gentle with this when I clean it up. The ground's pretty wet here. There's a lot of runoff from the hill up above, and I don't want to screw anything up if it's a nice relic, especially if I'm digging up military stuff. I want to take my time with it because once you wipe stuff off or break things, there's no putting it back. Yeah, just as I thought. It's just your standard generic flat button. There may have been a pattern on there. Now that I'm looking at it through the lens here, there might have been something going on, but I don't think there was any significance to that. There's some writing on the back, something gilt. 1800s, very cool. So do you guys ever feel like a kid in the candy store when you come out detecting, especially when you find spots that you think nobody has ever discovered before? They probably know these exist, but I'm hoping not a lot of people have come out here with detectors, and just this is why I feel like that kid in that candy store. Check this out. I had a scratchy high tone. I'm like, I'm gonna dig it anyway. I haven't been digging any trash out here at all. A couple iron pieces, things like that, but nothing major. And I get into a square nail and I'm like, that's a little too big for an oxen even, right? And then I set this down, I'm gonna go to fill the hole in, and I look up. Look at the stacked stone right here. And there's an indentation that goes right through here. So I don't know what this is, if there's anything else, but man alive, I tell you, absolutely excited about today. Maybe it's the weather, maybe it's that I haven't been out in a while. Maybe it's the finds, probably the finds, but just being out here again and getting back to what I absolutely love. You can't beat this. Great hobby, just great time all around. Okay, well, I've managed to squeak out a relic like I was hoping to before we ended the day. You guys know what this is. You're very familiar with them. I haven't cleaned it up very well yet. See that? It's the old ox knob. So if you're new to my channel and you haven't seen one of these before, these would go on the horn of the ox, and on either side like that. The farmer would snip the tip from the horn, screw one of those on. There is a rivet hole or a tack hole right there. You can see the indentation there. There's just dirt filling it right now, but it would go on like that. They tack it on, and it would prevent the oxen goring one another or a farmer causing injury, which obviously back then any kind of injury could have been not great for either animal or human. So Just the safety mechanism the farmers used back in the day. All right, everybody, I'm gonna have to call it a wrap. My battery is at 7%. I'm not sure how much longer it's gonna hold up, and I wanna make sure that, you know, I get the footage from today, because quite an interesting day to say the least. I want to thank you very much for tuning in, especially those that are returning subscribers. If you're new to my channel and you like this episode, feel free to give me a sub. Every little bit helps and I appreciate it. If you're not following me on social media, you can do so on all platforms. I post things there frequently. I've been doing some giveaways. I plan to do some more giveaways, you know, just to kind of keep it fun and to thank you guys for your support. I'm gonna make my way over that big tree there, back to my vehicle, and call it a day. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you guys out here once again sometime down the road, but until that time, happy hunting.